Hey Tactical Family, welcome back to the channel. Today we're speaking truth about the new YouTube firearm policies. Okay, so before the intro, let me fix my eyes here. As you saw, so we're going to talk about the truth around the new firearm YouTube policies that came out on the 18th of last month. There's, I think, some misconception and some truth out there about what the new policies do. I'm not saying they're good, because they're not. But people are talking about, oh no, my entire channel is going to get taken away, or I can't do anything on YouTube for firearm stuff. And that's just not true. A lot of the ways the firearm stuff was working was around monetization and just outright dangerous, bad stuff. And so when monetization, and I'm going to kind of give you some of the stuff here. So for monetization, as long as you have no non and semi-automatic and unmodified guns showing in a safe environment. So this is a safe environment. There's nothing going on. There's no one around me. This is a semi-automatic firearm. It cannot shoot automatic. There's no enhanced trigger. There's no Glock switch. None of that kind of stuff. This is allowed. You can discuss gun legislation, gun reviews, demonstrations, content featuring optoscope silencers, right? This is an optic. I can have that. Pro guns were not used to harm person or property, or prop guns. And then, so that's monetization. And then limited monetization would be gun outside of a controlled, safe environment. Use of airsoft or ball, BB guns, so showing guns in inappropriate environments, public streets, that kind of stuff. I'm not in a public area. This is a controlled environment. I can't drive down the street waving a gun. Now, what I do see all the time on YouTube is that's happening. And then the final one would be no monetization. And this would be content that shows creation or modification. Now, what I did do is I had a video where I removed a hollow sun and I put in a Sealy optic. Now, it was off camera. No one saw how I did it. I didn't show that, but they deemed that to be modification. And so they did not monetize that video. Guides how to add bump stocks. Top gun manufacturers like Top 5 can't do that. Referring users directly to a site facilitating gun sales. Promotion of sales. You can't promote sales. You can't promote your own sale. You can't do private sales. Now, if I say I have a firearm from Bear Creek Arsenal and they provided it to me, but I'm not saying, hey, go buy this, right? That's a direct promotion of that firearm. I can't do that. You can't do 80% finished guns, no sale of ammunition, no sale of clips, no silencers, etc. No 3D printed guns. No assembly disassembly for purpose of modification. Now, again, like I said, I removed an optic, put one on, but what I did is I had the firearm, I showed what was on it, I took it off camera. In fact, I stopped the camera, came back, and it had a different optic on it. They demonetized that. You can't do videos. It's a hot, nasty morning out here already in Texas. So that's the kind of stuff you can't do for monetization. Now, what YouTube has now done is a lot of the stuff is still allowed. So I've heard people like Hickok45. He put out a video, bad news, guys, my whole platform could be taken away. And that just wasn't true. And then he turned around and said, hey guys, good news, maybe not. Demolition Ranch did a video, and theirs was pretty good. They kind of laid out some really good stuff, so go check out their video. I'll put it right here. And then that gun guy, he was like, you can't do shit on YouTube anymore. Again, not true. So let's talk about what can happen now. So essentially what they've done is they've taken the non-monetization section of their their policy and actually moved it up under community guidelines for violations and strikes. Now, sorry, it's my allergies are going to kick in. So what's going to happen here is the stuff that was normally not monetized now becomes community guideline strikes and warnings. Or it can move your content into age restricted. Now, YouTube has a thing that says content not created for 18 and below, and you can click that. It doesn't mean that they can't watch it. It just means that it's not going to be shown to them. What will happen in the future, or from 18th of June going forward, is that content will get put into an age-restricted category, possibly automatically. So, I have sponsors. Okay, I've heard gun tubers say, "Oh my God, I have sponsors. I can't have sponsors. It's gonna take my channel away." Again, not true. So here's the new policy. It says you can't post content that sells firearms or certain firearms or accessories through direct sales. Again, private sales, links to sites, link to gun stores, link to gun shops. I can't do that. You can't put it in your description. You can't put it in your title. That's always been the case. You can't. That's always been there. Look at my content from. I've been doing this a little over a year now, and you'll see that my titles and descriptions don't have links to those places because it's not been allowed. Accessories that enable firearm to simulate automatic fire. So bump stocks, can't do that. Binary triggers, can't do that. Glock switches, can't do that. Those actually become strikes now against your channel. You can't show any accessories like Gatling triggers or drop-in sears, conversion kits, anything like that. Now you can put this in a conversion kit that allows you to shoulder fire this because it's still semi-auto. That's allowed. You can't provide any instructions on manufacturing firearms, ammunition, high-capacity magazines. So I guess for all you reloaders out there, if you go through the process of showing someone how to reload ammunition, that's not allowed, I guess. Instructions how to convert firearms, provide instructions on how to install, accessories and modifications. So again, all I did was remove one optic and put another one on there, and I guess their process flagged that. So be careful with that. I mean, you can't instructions on how, such as a device that limits the release of a magazine. I don't know what that is. That's weird. Age-restricted content. So some content doesn't violate the policies, but it may be inappropriate. Content showing homemade firearms, 3D printed guns, even though... So again, that stuff used to be demonetized, but now it just becomes age-restricted. Accessories enable the firearm to simulate automatic fire. Again, that's weird. It's kind of confusing because up top it says you can't do it, but then it says here, and then it says accessories that convert. So it's confusing. Firing 3D guns, firing fully automatic rifles. It's confusing because, again, up here it shows you can't post content for accessories, I guess, to sell that stuff. Okay, you can't sell any of that stuff. You can't sell the high capacity magazines, all that kind of stuff. And then if you do use that stuff, it becomes age restricted. So examples. Here are some examples of content that isn't allowed. Links in the title or description or video that shows where firearms can be purchased. Can't do that. It's always been there for demonetization anyway. Displaying a firearm with the intention to sell the firearm via private sale. Can't do that. Showing users step-by-step instructions how to finish a lower. Can't do that. That's restricted. Showing users how to install a bump stock or any of those kind of accessories. Can't do that. That's restricted. Live streams. So live streams have always been a demonetization issue on that specific channel. Now it becomes age restricted. So some of the stuff, again, you could still do it, people. You just got to follow the guidelines. Now again, the stuff they're talking about, I don't do anyway. Now I have shown swapping out stuff, and it's kind of frustrating that they flag those, but there's easy ways to get around it. So don't let these channels go out there and say YouTube's taken away of now. I believe YouTube is on a mission to remove all gun content. Don't get me wrong. That's why everyone out there, if you support the Second Amendment community, any channel you come to, subscribe to it. Leave a comment. Do a thumbs up. If you subscribe, you just choose the notification to not get any notifications, but at least subscribe to the channel. That's how you're going to keep things going and show YouTube the community's too big to get rid of. You've got to support all the other GunTube channels. So you're not going to get your channel taken down. If you've done stuff and you know it's illegal, that's on you. But there are guidelines. They're making it harder and harder to do gun content. So just make sure you're aware of what you can and can't do, and your channel should be fine. By and large, I'd say 99.5% of all of my videos are monetized. And I don't do anything that puts me in a situation to where I won't be monetized on a video or I will get a strike. As far as I know, I can't tell you what some liberal turd behind a camera or behind a computer screen is going to flag my content for. That's our problem as well. So I just wanted to set the record straight that channels aren't going to get removed if you're following the guidelines. If you've been doing stuff along the lines along the monetization categories, you should be pretty good. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the whole YouTube policy thing. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, support the Second Amendment, stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.